Hey yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to ETV Reacts. It's your boy ETV.
And your boy Yabrute.
And we are back with another episode.
A long-awaited episode.
Long-awaited?
Yes.
How long have I been trying to get you on this ship?
Oh, many moons and many suns, but I'm finally sat in the chair.
If you don't know who this is my brother from another mother, Yabrute from Entrapment Music.
That's the one.
I've plugged your channel. Do you want to give him a little brief?
Yeah, we got a mainly focused around trap music, but there's a variance of genre. A little bit quieter now. Yeah, it's a little bit quieter now, but you know, there's still a lot of good music on there. Copyright issues kind of dulled down the channel a little bit, which is a sad thing. You know, I was only ever promoting anyone that featured on the channel, but yeah, love music regardless, so hence the presence being here today.
And we hope that there's going to be many more, right?
Of course, yeah. Especially being the topic that we're landing on today, being the Brightside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're new to the channel, you want to join the Eternals family, hit subscribe, notification bell, like, comment down below what you want me to react to next. As I always say, it doesn't have to be just music, it can be anything. If it is music, it can be any type of music, any artist, anything you want, throw it at me, I won't say no. This channel feeds on your suggestions.
You take a breath of that one.
Again, you sound like my daughter, shut up.
Yeah, this is the other way around. I'm more of the father figure. I'm the big daddy.
You're like 9 months older than me.
Exactly, it makes me your elder.
You, right, we're not going to so yeah, do you want to like give a brief what we're...
Yeah, we're going to be focusing in and around Little Peep's music. If we do carry on with the videos in regards, the series is going to be focused around Little Peep. He has been a massive part of my music listening therapy for a long time. Introduced initially by my cousin. We were going to see, I think it was Saw, and it wasn't long after Little Peep had died, and he introduced me to, I think it was Awful Things was the first track I ever heard of Little Peep. Obviously, being as young as he was when I found out what had happened to him, fucking tragic.
That documentary on that.
Am I allowed to swear?
You swear, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I say holy shit bubbles and shit.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure what we were allowed to do on
You're
YouTube.
not allowed to say certain
Yeah,
things.
I was, literally gutted when I heard what had happened with his age. But the music he produced at such a young age and amount of, he was like, he had like that Tupac-y kind of storage where he'd been making so much music. Like, it's weird, some artists have that feeling as if like they know. And like the amount of music that he left behind was
it's a legacy, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what? Like, it makes me sad to feel that what he would have been capable of had he still been.
He was so ahead of his time.
He was, yeah. He'd introduced a genre that was, you know, new. Technically, I know Gustav was very a little bit drawn back from what people were trying to label that as. So obviously, like crossing emo with rap. But he didn't see it in that. Like he was doing music that he felt that, like, you know, that hit his ear.
People have different interpretations of music.
Well, yeah, I mean,
he
like,
was just showing his.
Yeah, I mean, we all label like music so we can fit everything in a place. But technically, it was you know, low mood music crossed with, like, you know, kind of trap, you know, the 808 kick and stuff. But amazing, all of his. There's very few that I found that I didn't like with Little Peeps, but yeah, a majority of his music is literally gold to the ear.
He's a revolutionary.
Technically, yeah, he created, like I said, a genre that was new at the time. You know, if you remember conversations we had talking about when, you know, with the music that you were putting out, and what I suggested would be a good idea, and it was something that, you know, became a focus, and it's now heavily, like, it's chart based. You know, a lot of people are using trap style music and with the low mood music that Lil Peep was creating, I focused with that trap beats that started to, you know, swan over a lot of genres. Yeah, he started something, you know, new to what he was doing, and he became, you know, I know there was a few other artists doing similar music, but he, you know, he was the one that revolutionised it. Yeah, 100%.
Was that one Ghostface?
Yeah.
That's
another artist. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him as well. He done tracks with Peep as well, didn't he?
He did. Yeah.
Which they'll probably come up in the series. And if you've got any suggestions for Little Peep as well, obviously you know what to do. Drop them in the comments. Any Little Peep one that is done on this channel will be done by both of us.
Yes, mainly being my biggest love, musically wise. It's Lil Peep has that effect with when you listen to music, and some music can set a mood, but then other music you can listen to, even though it's a mood setter, it doesn't adjust your mood, but you're able to appreciate what you're hearing. I find Lil Peep has that effect. Yeah, I love it. I love his music.
I literally connect with music on an emotional level, as I've said a million times before. There's like some tracks I'll listen to and I'll literally sob, like, because it gives you that connection. And there's a couple of Peeps one that does that for me.
Definitely, yeah. And I heavily believe that when he was creating any track that he had put out or had in storage, he put himself into that track every time.
I like. On that documentary, it was on Netflix.
Everybody's Everything.
Yeah, I can't believe they took that down. But there was like one shot where he was in the show and he was so out of it he couldn't perform. He was literally on the stage like on his hands and knees.
Yeah,
but then all of a sudden, the switch went off and he stood up and he
able to like bash out his music. Yeah, I know it was a weird thing, even because it was hands he was mainly into. So a day and a drug. But yeah, like you said, music just seems to have a kind of an awakening with him.
I've always said it, music is therapy.
Yeah, it definitely is. 100% agree with you.
So I have heard this song, but it's been a few years since I've listened to it. Obviously,
well, like I said to you, I mean, I might hit you here with you know, with all your, you know, your followers and listeners that you know, having a first reaction to a track that's new and you know that's just come out, you know, but then you know it's nice to appreciate music that exists in you know, in regards to being able to, you know, to a reaction versus, you know, a first.
I know, I just like that feeling when I'm in front of the camera and I listen to a song I've never listened to before, and it's just like, oh.
He's a bit of a nuisance. So music is a family thing. So my daughter loves music, my sister, my mum, my brother, all of us. Since the reactions have become a thing, trying to share music with this one has become a nightmare. So when I get a feel about a track and I want to share that with him, it's nope, put it in a comment. So yeah, that's where we're at with music therapy.
I get to it.
Eventually.
I did the Jonah Lucas and Skepta thing.
That was only because Jenna suggested it quite heavily though.
It's kind of hard to get rid of YouTube as well. Anyway.
That's the thing though, see this, like I'm forcing you to do a reaction to a track so I can actually go over the song with you in depth more. You know, trying to get you to listen to a song that, you know, that even like exists generally that you haven't heard this stuff. Yeah, it's going on channel. Put it in the comments.
Is there anything that you might want to say
beforehand? I mean, other than what we hit on in regards to, you know, his age and, you know, the amount of music that he had, like, you know, in storage before he passed. I mean, no, not really. Let's let the track speak for itself, and then we can discuss as we go. We do have a little bit of read it, yeah?
There was a bit of an about information. Do you want to do that before we...
Yeah, we can do that before. Yeah, of course, yeah. Right, I'm going to do a little bit of reading, guys. So, the Brightside is a reference to the Killers.
Hold up.
Is that what we want you to... Has it got it? Right, I got it. And is this relevant to Little Peep though? I mean,
this is what's on Genius.
I'm going to give you what they say on Genius. I probably could have found something a little better, but This is what we got here. So the Brightside is a reference to the Killers' Mr. Brightside. Both songs,
awesome track.
it is, yeah. Both songs are about one's lover being with another partner, leaving the person paralysed in a state of jealousy and despair. The instrumental, produced by fellow friend and frequent collaborator Smokesack, sounds very similar to "Okay, I Believe You," but my Tommy gun don't.
By Brand New.
By Brand New, yeah. Smokesack is another heavy, heavy influencer in and around Gustav's. I should have.
Sorry about that, guys. Technical issues of life.
Yeah, family call. We're back now, about to jump into the Brightside.
So yeah, I think we left off where you said that.
How influenced Lil Peep's music was by Smokesack. He was heavily involved with the workings of his music.
And,
yes.
Are we going to talk about his? No, we'll probably do that as we go along.
I know you was thinking about touching upon. Yeah, but yeah, we'll do that as we go along because there are little parts in the Brightside that he does touch upon. Let's go.
Right, so I'm about to get the video up. No, we don't want that.
And you've been doing this for how long?
And the video is up. And because Peep is a legend and he was ahead of his time, we are going to give him a like.
It was like before you even touched that fucking thumb button. It was love. There needs to be some love function for YouTube. I mean, I know liking a video is nice. Yeah, I know, but like, you know that super appreciation of something.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Super likes. You can actually do that, but you gotta give pay.
Oh, premium.
No, you gotta pay. So, do you know when you hit the criteria
of
earning money
for YouTube? Right? Yeah.
You get things. You can get super likes, but then people have to pay to do that.
Oh right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like donations.
Yeah. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they do have a function, but
this is going to superly donate our love for little people.
Mm-hmm.
Happy days. Let's do this then.
I think we've covered everything else, haven't we?
For now, I mean, there are a lot of bits we'll probably touch upon.
I think it's the longest intro I've ever done.
Apologies, it's the first time of me being here, so got to have a nice opening intro, a nice little chats, and get a feel for this bold beautifulness.
And you're like a book of knowledge anyway when it comes to Peep.
Yeah, I am. I have since I started listening to Little Peep. He did become therapeutic and indulgent.
He's a big part of our lives,
yeah, he's loved by all of. I think there's not one person that I haven't played Little Peep for that didn't like, his music or find a track that was liked. Yourself, Roxanne, my sister, Jenna, my daughter.
Shout Jenna.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Zachary might have liked some of his music, more of probably the rappy ones the Little Peep had done, but yeah, a lot of people,
that's
find
another
something
thing
they
about
like
Peep,
about
right?
his music.
He was so versatile.
Yeah.
He could cater to
the melodies of his tracks weren't always the same. There's a lot of music of his that is similar, but then you will find that it does seem to cater to a wide selection of people.
There's not many tracks of his that is the same as the last one. There's always something different in it. Mm-hmm. Whether it's his lyrics, the production of the music.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, as always, we do have the lyrics, and it's gone haywire. But yeah, we got the lyrics up on Genius, so we'll go through it, discuss it, and then after we're done, then we'll listen to it again for its entirety without pausing.
Sounds good to me. Let's get listening to more people.
Go.
Yeah, let's do this. But
If you want to pause, just pause.
Yeah, I think it was a good place to take a little pause with the opening intro. Yeah, that feel, you know, outside of any kind of track, one thing I always look for with music is when you open a track and then build towards, you know, letting that music then just explode over yourself. Love it.
You're going to say something else there, are you?
I was not edging. My love life is totally fine. My music is perfect. Look at the Brightside, Jake.
Another thing I wanted to say as well, just looking at that video, because it just flooded back to me.
It's the original. There are two videos that are up on YouTube. His mum, after Pete had passed, started to work heavily with his music, and then had a redo of some of not so much a redo, but more of like reworking the music.
Remaster.
Yeah, you know, she had like a mass part to, you know, release music that Pete had probably finished, put together.
Like you said earlier, just like Tupac and his mum.
Yeah, his mum had kind of done the same for Brightside, released an additional video, an OG version, if I remember correctly, for this track. This was Pete's original vision for the video, so I definitely feel more homage with this video than the other.
Yeah, because he would have put his...
Yeah, it's what Gustav wanted in the video, yeah.
And another thing I wanted to say as well, you can, like, sometimes you can see the anxiety in him, the vulnerability inside him, but then his stage presence, like, he could be all, like, shy at first, and then 1 minute later he's, like, jumping around, but then he goes back into, like, being vulnerable.
Well, that's a main thing you'll find, like, within his music. Like, he talks, like, within that first verse there, I know you want me, I know that I want you too, the memories haunt me, I know that they haunt you too. He's always making references to things that, you know, tend to play on his mind. That's a major part of his music, not just with Brightside. There's a lot of tracks that you'll probably, you know, come to appreciate of Little Peep, that he's always making reference to something that had a feel towards him. And that's another reason why I think his music is very profound, is because you feel his feelings and thoughts in his verses.
The thing is, he was global as well.
He became, towards his short life, he worked with Marshmallow and there was a few big names.
There was that guy from London as well, Sunlight on His Skin. Remember I told you, because you thought the only version was the one with Triple X, what's his name?
Oh, Extension. Yeah.
So I brought it to your attention that he did that originally with a guy in London.
Yeah.
And I played you that version as well, didn't I?
Yeah, I know you're on about. I got his face in my mind, but I can't picture his name.
Begins with an M, I'm sure.
I know you're on about. He's a young lad, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was helping him getting himself.
He was, yeah. He broke away. That was a thing that was going on with Little Pete towards the end of his life as well. That he was trying to break away from all his connections in the States, and he did that when he went to London for a little while. And when
it was just one collective group that he was trying to get away from.
Yeah, which was sad. I mean, you know, when you realise you have a problem, and it tends to cater with a group of people that you love, it is a difficult situation to be in, and that's what he found himself in towards the end. But you know, you can't change what was and is. So you know,
I totally 100% get that, and I imagine you would as well. Where everyone knows my past. Like, if I can guarantee now that I could probably say I will never take an ecstasy tablet ever again in my life. But if I'm sat in a room full of people taking it, I don't know how strong will they'll be then.
Well, that's
so it's
like a scary thing when
getting yourself out of that environment.
Well, if your like creativity and artistic flair, it, you know, usually focuses in around like drug taking or however you tend to, you know, feel artistic on whatever you're, you know, doing at the time. I think it's probably a scary prospect to think that if you stop taking drugs or try and change your life, you know, that you
You'll
might
lose that spark.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, you know,
I
I'm
went
guessing
through
that's
that.
probably how he was feeling at the time, you know, and making changes. And it's a scary thing to think. I mean, look at like Eminem, for instance. You know, he had the same issue. You know, a lot. You know, there's probably you know, thousands of people who have been in the same position where they feel that if they make changes when they know how they are at that time, if it is in a bad way, that they're going to lose, you know, the thing that makes them
That's the
stand out.
addiction talking, though, when it
It can be, it does. It's like reinforcement to be able to feel that you need to give yourself a reason to keep taking drugs or keep, you know, doing the things that you shouldn't be doing.
So,
But, you know, it is a scary prospect to think that maybe your artistic, you know, creativity is connected to your downfall.
it's like another weird thing. Right? A couple of years, it was years ago, but the film Green Street, I couldn't watch that unless I had a few cans. Because at the time I couldn't feel like, I felt like I couldn't sit there and watch it, seeing them all drinking and
It's
getting
that
hairy,
emotional connection.
and then you're just sitting there with a cup of coffee.
Sober. Yeah, I know.
It didn't fit. But now I can.
Yeah.
But back then I was like, no.
Until you're actually out of that, and then you look back, it is something that I'm guessing a lot of people struggle with. I know all people are different, but it is definitely, you know, a big thing for people, definitely. As long as you're mine, take a look at the time. It gets cold at night when you're alone outside, but it's fine, I'll be fine. Pay me no mind, girl, pay me no mind.
I hate that line, pay me no mind. I do it though. I say to you,
It is, but like that reflection of, you know, knowing that you don't have to be depended upon to know that you can be okay. Like, you know, do you know, like, it's like being in a crowded room and still feeling alone. That's how he was feeling, you know, and it is, you know, you hear it through his music, and it's sad to think that when somebody is like reaching out for help, that you weren't actually being listened to by the people you needed to be listened to the most.
Another thing I feel I can connect with strongly.
Yeah.
We didn't get to the actual chorus of the week. Well,
No, go on, I'll leave that to you.
No, we haven't actually got to that in the video.
Did we start the chorus part?
It started.
It started.
We'll rewind it a little bit, just you
to reflect. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I just wanted to point out, like, you can see his vulnerability at times as well. But then you can see him all confident, but then a couple of minutes later he's back withdrawn again. I know that feeling very well.
Yeah.
The whole back and forth, the anxiety and shit.
Yo-yo of emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this morning when you said
Beautiful pain.
to me, so you said to me this morning, what's the matter? And I said I didn't want to talk about it, didn't I? Is that?
Yeah. I think another notable thing.
You were about to pause the video.
Yeah, I think another notable thing throughout Brightsides is the reference to what he's actually trying to say about the bright side. That moving on from a relationship that he felt had put him in, in the outside, and not feeling like he's in with the warmth, but then being able to see past that. He knew what he could see from the lyrics. I'm getting, yeah, he knew what he could see, but he was trying to get there. Seeing the bright side. Trying to see better of the situation, trying to see better of the overall, but then still feeling like stuck within that. Disconnecting yourself to feel like like ever would feel like being dead would be the best part of of disconnect, when you know that you can see past that and there still be a bright side for you. I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful track. Gustav definitely conveys himself through his music, for every track I've ever listened to, and yeah, this is definitely one of his more notable, to say that.
Why is your volume going down?
Maybe when I'm holding. Is it me?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I apologise. I'm adjusting things without knowing I'm adjusting them. Not bad. Right. Yeah. What do you think about that?
We can finish it, haven't we?
No, I'm on about what I was just referring to. Feeling like being outside, from everything. And feeling that you're able to see
a
better version.
That's something I struggle with every day, like
seeing the bigger picture.
Because I have to disconnect myself to look over myself,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on around me, before I can plan a future bit ahead of that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I stay just where I am, then I'm just not going to get anywhere except for dig myself a bigger hole.
Well, that's the thing with, like, obviously, I'm guessing, a lot of people struggle with is when you have a memory or a perception of something or someone, or any kind of situation, that's how you perceive that, and then the emotional connection you have to that, is going to make you feel. We all want to feel a little bit, that we have, a bright side to anything that we do or feel about. Definitely, like I said, in representation to conveying what he's feeling about the music. Yeah, it's definitely, shown within his lyrics. Sad but beautiful.
And I don't think this is a glorification of drugs or anything like that. This is just him telling the story of what he has to struggle with.
Well, that's the thing, I don't think that's,
I think
a detrimental or judgmental portion of someone knowing that you're taking drugs to, crutch how you feel. A lot of people, take drugs for their own personal reasons, whether that's to, hide things that are going on in their lives, bad relationships,
there's certain artists out there
there's a lot of things that we could, want to bury our head from, and it's totally understandable. The stuff that goes on in life, isn't always explained to us. There's no handbook. No. There isn't. So when we get out there and we're having to try and figure that out for ourselves, learning relationships with people, learning overall things with families and business, and it's hard. It's a pressure that ends up then getting put on other people, and it seems like something that Gustav had suffered with in his relationships, that people would make you feel so alone but yet be so close.
There's abandonment issues and everything as well, isn't there? And
yeah, definitely from the things that you've said. Yeah.
What I was pointing out though is you get certain artists who will glorify drugs, like fucking taking drugs, dancing on Lamborghinis and shit like that. I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
He's not glorifying it. He's just giving you his struggle on a day-to-day basis and what he has to do to maybe just even get out of bed in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that, with the anxiety that can cripple you, where you can't even leave your room.
Yeah.
And you're the closest person to me, and I feel like I can't even come to you sometimes because it's so crippling. So I get where he's coming from with that. It's not like he's saying I'm taking these drugs because it's cool and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's what he needs to do to cope.
So he can function.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to read the verse or?
Yeah, we can zoom. Yeah, if we'd like. You tend to do that, and you go over the lyrics, which is nice. I do like that. It's like a repetition of what we've just listened to. So, chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Help me find a way to pass the time. Everybody's telling me life's short, but I want to die. Help me find a way to make you mine. Everybody's telling me not to, but I'm going to try. Now I'm getting high again tonight.
That's what I mean. Like, now
Yeah,
I'm
the
getting
indication of shutting everything out and what is, you know, his way is of disconnecting.
He's not saying it like, oh, I'm going to get high tonight. Woo.
Yeah,
He's saying that I'm going to get high tonight.
I'm, you know, I'm disconnecting. You know, yeah, it's like I said, it's like it's a beautiful sadness.
Every time I hear this line, everybody telling me life's short, but I want to admit,
yeah,
that hits me in my soul. Like,
they're strong lyrics. They're very strong.
And unless you've been in that situation, you don't fully grasp the
being able to say certain, you know, certain things so casually. It is strong. You know, very deep. Not that we want to hear that, but knowing when you connect to something that can be that deep, it is. It's like I said, it's a beautiful sadness. It's sad to hear, but it's beautiful in the sense that he's recognising that, knowing that how bad things are, where you would rather be than have to deal with all that. So he's getting high.
And he's putting his pain into art.
I can blame him. Is that the following verse?
Yeah.
Did we listen to that one? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that you want me. I know that I want you too. The memories haunt me. I know that they haunt you too. But it's all right. You'll be fine, baby. It's all right. You'll be fine as long as you're mine. Take a look at the time. It gets cold at night when you're alone outside, but it's fine. I'll be fine. Pay me no mind, girl. Pay me no mind. Which is the verse in follow.
So we've got a pre-chorus, chorus, and outro next.
Yeah.
And then we'll listen to it for its entirety of a pause.
Yeah, we can have another little chat then again about any little bits that might stand out. Like, you know, like I said, it feels like, you know, there was a girl that, you know, we wanted to feel a little bit more disconnected to, and you know, we didn't have any, you know, any qualms with letting her know that about how she was making him feel. But he looked on the bright side, and that was his focus. You know, outside of feeling like you want to totally disconnect from something, knowing that you still able to see the big picture is, you know, it was his positivity. Whether or not that was crutched by what his use was through, you know, throughout day by day. You know, it's what we do. The
coping mechanisms.
Yeah, we got to survive. That's our survivability skills, you know.
Fight or flight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not always the right thing to do, but you know, sometimes we don't know any better. We're just talking.
He was still a young lad, like, you know.
Exactly. He was very young. He was still learning. 100%.
Like, how old was he? 21.
Yeah, 20, 21. In and around there. He was. Yeah, he wasn't older than 21.
At that age, you don't even know who you are yet.
No,
really.
you're still learning. You are grown up, but there's a lot of wisdom to come.
You're only then discovering what it's like to be an adult and getting out
finding your place.
World. Yeah.
And especially like coming up in, you know, the way that he did. You know what he wanted to do with music, and then it's finding your place with that. You know, being in touch with drugs as well. You know, an amalgamation of a lot of different things going on around you in that age. It's hard. Especially when he probably would have had a lot of mature people around him, you know, guiding him this way or that way. Not always with his best interests at heart, some probably with, but at the same time then having your friends and, you know, or whatever family you would have had around you. Difficult. You're trying to absorb all this social web around you and understanding what's real, what's not, and then with your own personal demons.
And all the peer pressure.
Yeah. It's hard work. It's not, like I said, no one's given a manual to follow. You know, so, you know, I mean, outside of the fact that he, you know, created amazing music, you know, which is, you know, it's irony mind, bro, because I think to myself that if it wasn't for, that person's pain, would we have, you know, that kind of talent, that kind of, you know, music? It's sad to think that
there's many artists, so
somebody suffering creates that kind of, you know, amazing, you know, sounds to be listening to.
Look at Ren. If he didn't go through all the health issues he's got, would he be?
It is. It's you know, but it's weird to feel like connected to something so strongly when you know where it's come from. Like it's an hard one. I struggle with it these days. Like I you know, my love for music is never been shaded, but my concept and understanding of music has always been evolving. Like thinking about how music is created by a person, you know, with so much passion, so much love, but then, you know, so much pain and so much hurt. It's like, you know, even though like I can listen to a track that has low mood and still feel like energized, I can listen to it like, you know, an energized track and be able to chill. It's, you know, it's scary to think that it took that person's, you know, ups and downs to get where they are. It's a weird place to be in when you can appreciate it, but it wouldn't be there, you know, and you don't want that person, like for instance, like with Ren, like, you know, what he went through with, you said, like, you know, in regards to, you know, the illness that he had, like, no one wishes that kind of thing on anyone, yet for that not being the case, you know, so many great music that he released might not have been a thing. You know, it's crazy.
Obviously, you would have had the talent. He's already got, but the material.
Yeah, like I struggle to think, because I tend to write poetry, but then thinking that, you know, I think I mentioned it to you before. It's weird writing poetry for being happy and motivated.
I have never made a song like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird. Like, I'm not sure if it's a creative process thing where generally pain is easier to portray with poetry than it is, you know, being happy and.
Because when I write my music, I draw from my pain. You know that. Mm-hmm. Like, This Life is Amazing. I forgot to mention this, right? Mm. I was listening to it yesterday when I went to the chemist.
Yeah.
And every time I listen to that song, I hate it even more because I know it's a barefaced lie. Everything I say in that song is fucking lie.
It is. Do you know, although the hindsight of it isn't, because when you're in a creative space, you're relaying something that you want to show about your feelings. Life is amazing in regards to when you're making that music as well. So at that time, whilst you were creating that track, life was amazing because that's how you felt about it.
Oh, don't get me wrong, when I was in the booth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that shouldn't take away from general life. No, it's not always necessarily mean that it's going to reflect in the same light. No, you're right. You know, it would be better if obviously life was all overly amazing, but at the same time, whilst you were doing what you were doing, life was amazing at that moment, which I think is important. Never take away from the fact that you created something amazing and you're still able to reflect on that moment rather than it being the overall. So yeah, I don't think you should ever take away that fact. It's not so much the, you know, you feel that you're portraying, like, you know, something that's incorrect. I feel, you know, you're relaying that moment of feeling rather than the overall, which is like what we're talking about now with Pete's track and Brightside. You have to see the big picture. You have to look on the bright side, because seeing what the potential or possibility is in anything that we do, you know, but whether that's to do with music, you know, and life in general, I think it's important to have a focus. Hope is massive, and I feel that is a genuine connection between a lot of music. Is hope is instilled with music, and it goes hand in hand. And I don't feel we should ever shy away from that. All right, like I said, the overall may have not been a great time of life, but at that moment, whilst you created that track, life was amazing. And I do, you know, like I said, it was my.
That track could be my Brightside.
Yeah, exactly, definitely. Totally agree.
I still think it sucks.
It's a good track, and you know, like I said, one of my favourites.
What do you say that? Because you're in it.
but you have challenged now of late with your most recent track. I do like that. Really do like that.
And that's not even mine as well. bastard.
No, in my opinion, you have better eyes. Like you know yourself. I tend not to listen to another track if it doesn't make the original better. You definitely aided that track.
He's on about the Hollywood Undead cover, Another Level.
Yeah, definitely a great one.
Which is in the intro, funny enough.
Okay, should we carry on?
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like, whenever I listen to someone like Peep or Ren or someone I can connect with, like on that level, every word that like comes out of their mouth, I can feel it in my soul. Like that one line I said earlier.
Hence why he's one of my biggest artists, dude, because, you know, so much of his music, like I genuinely have nobody else as much as what Lil Peep is in my playlists. I got 3 sets of playlists just for Lil Peep, you know, and it's the reason why he's my, you know, it's hard to say favourites. Favourites is a big thing when it comes to like music, films and whatever, as you know. Yeah. And I'm guessing a lot of, you know, a lot of your followers would be in the knowing. Trying to favouritize one thing when you have a love for a lot of things is hard. Yet, if I was going to favouritize, you know, one thing because of the amount, if I was going to obviously buy substance, then it'd be, you know, it'd be Lil Peep based on the amount of tracks I have in my.
It's like you can have a handful of artists in your life that you can use as your go-to. So like you like, oh, I feel this way today, I'm going to listen to this. Yeah. I feel this way, I'm going to listen to this. So
there's always that one artist that's able to cater all the moments.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm not going to mention. Lil Peep is definitely that one. Definitely.
I'm not even going to try and mention mine because I can't. No, it's always been a toss-up, like with Ren, like Falling in Verse. Because Ronnie Wadke, man, he's a genius as well. Like everything that he brings out, I connect. There's always that connection. But the same with Peep as well. Like every song that I remember listening to his back in the day, I just felt that instant connection. And there has been ones where I've cried.
Because, yeah, they do. They do have that deep feel.
Oh, what was that? Was it Wake Me Up?
Yeah.
He did live. Is it all about the pills? The pain pills?
Yeah.
When he screams it?
Yeah.
That very moment when he screamed that line, and it was live as well, that just like...
Yeah, it literally cuts deep. Yeah. I know what you're saying. It does. Music has that effect, and especially when you have a moment as well that, you know, that totally connects with you. Yeah, it is. It can be deep.
And everyone's interpretation of a song can be different.
Yeah.
Like it can mean something to me, and it can mean something totally different to you.
That's what's special about music.
Yeah.
And like I said about in regards to hope, that's something that we universally feel with music. Is it all extends with hey you know see a bigger picture and a bright side with music.
Totally agree. This is getting deep in it.
Little people.
I hit the club I gotta look at the bright side. I guess she wasn't the one, right? This isn't what love's like, that's for sure. Help me find a way to pass the time. Everybody tell me life's short, but I wanna die. Help me find a way to make you mine. Everybody telling me not to, but I'm gonna try. Now I'm getting high again tonight. Just look at the bright side. The bright side. It's the club light. It's the nightlight. It's the nightlight. Watching the sunrise by my side. We gotta look at the bright side. The bright side. The club light. I gotta look at the bright side. The bright side.
This is what love's like, that's for sure. Beautiful track.
I haven't I don't think I've listened to that Tears before.
Yeah. Defo, one of my favourites. Mainly because it was one of the more different tracks of Lil Peep's. He's got a lot of, like I said, similar tracks where they have a lot of more like low mood emo sides. But then, you know, the energetic side of Peep as well, where Brightside, for instance, that's one of his types of tracks that's more energized than his others. Like
another one I want us to react to is Switchblades.
That's a great track, yeah. I mean, you got there's so many awful things. Hellboy, save that shit is probably
Save that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how did I forget that one?
Yeah. The one he done with is it Golden Finger, or there was another one as well. He done. I can't remember the name of the artist with him. Yeah, he done a lot with Lil Tracy as well. A lot of them are great. Great hits of his. Yeah.
Do you know the documentary?
Everybody's Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of the song they played the acoustic version of?
Was this Star Shopping my favourite? Was it that one?
I'm not sure. They played the acoustic version. I think it was during.
I think it was Star Shopping. Wait right there. I know I'm there in the morning. I know that I'm not that important to you, but to me, girl, you're so much more than gorgeous.
I don't think it's that
so
one.
Much
No, it's not that one.
Right now, I know that I'm not really worth it. One of my favourites, Star Shopping.
Yeah, it's definitely not that one. Well, we can react to that one.
Yeah, that is a definite that I would love to react to if we find that time. Commenting people, let him know he's a stickler. Unless you comment if you don't get to hear any music.
I was going to say, you're the next one to react to if you want.
No, we're looking for comments to me. Tell him.
I'll have to get back to you on that one though. But
yeah,
I just remember watching the documentary.
We can save it as you know, if we do recall it, something we can bring up on our next conversation.
I think it was during the. Fuck. I'll come back to
the swear less.
I didn't say you couldn't swear. I just said you couldn't say certain
precautions of certain. I think generally, I mean, like, you know, certain swear words would have been in the vocabulary.
Well, you can't say the C word.
Yeah, I don't tend to use that word though generally.
Fuck off.
Like, shit. No, yeah, unless I'm calling someone, you'd have to be a real version of that for me to use.
You gotta do me a favour and say that.
Holy shit, Bubbles! Why are you showing me your cup? No.
That's the phrase on the show.
So,
shit.
Are we gonna have a go all the way through before closing up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. It sounds good to me. Right, let's do this.
Right, there's no pausing on this one, so if anything comes to mind, wait till the end.
Okay. I will.
I guess she wasn't the one, right? This isn't what love's like, that's
One thing that really stands out about Little Peep as well is that zany personality he must have had. Like you can see it in some of his videos as well. The that quirky, fun side. I would have loved to have known him. He seemed like a beautiful person as well. Outside of the music, what he portrayed as a character in himself. He looked like a special person.
Yeah, and for people going through their own struggles, like him and my struggles and whoever else's struggles, you'll find that they always put a front on as well, where they're using comedy or something like that, or zaniness or goofiness, just to put that wall up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that too. But
definitely a funny
you can
character.
see it in his face when he was truly happy.
A great presence, though. I mean, because you can see like some of the zany things that he done in the video with his quirky behaviour. Lovely, beautiful.
Like when he's in that moment, I bet it would have been a hell of
a good laugh.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's the moment you got to hold on to.
Yeah, I think that's something his mum definitely speaks for Gustav, 100%. His mum's done him so proud with the reworks and anything else she's done with the videos and with his music. Amazing. She definitely represents what Pete was definitely showing.
He had a very strong relationship with his granddad as well, didn't he?
He did, yeah. A little bit of a broken family, but his mum, and he had the people he needed around him. They were there for him. Maybe it would have been nice if he would have reached out more. Yeah. And then we wouldn't be having this conversation, in the past tense yet.
But it's just, it goes down to like being another artist who was cut short too soon.
It's an understatement.
Yeah.
The boy, he was still a young boy.
But like what I was going to say, like all these artists who pass young, imagine what they would have been today.
Yeah. That's one. That's one.
Imagine
thing
what
I've always
music
felt
would be
with
today.
Yeah, definitely. It is. It's feeling like what you've got to listen to now and what could have been. Definitely, 100% crosses my mind a lot.
Same with Tupac, Biggie, and all that. Imagine what the game would be like if they were still around.
Yep, a lot different. Yeah, but you've got to think though, the inspiration, like we talked about earlier, in regards to the irony of if people don't suffer that pain and put out that artistic and creativity.
I think you mentioned before we recorded as well, which I agree as well, that shit, it's gone.
Holy shit, bubbles. There you go. Can you find it? You were talking about, obviously, creativity and it being, an irony if people don't actually suffer.
We were saying before we started recording that he was another one of these artists who knew.
Yeah, that feeling. Crazy, I know it is.
Like, what was he saying the day of?
Yeah, it's not just in the things that he said or in his music. It was something that was touched upon. It's a crazy thing to think about, the persona to say that how I'm feeling is something that you really want, and then for that to happen, it's a weird place to think about, and it's scary because we're talking about Gustav in the past tense, yet at the same time, I don't think we should take away from the fact that he was talking in retrospect, not in a definite sense.
Oh, yeah,
that
it's not like he wanted to,
yeah, exactly. Personas, like we feel, in like everlasting dark depression or low mood from through drug use and stuff like that we feel disconnected. It was the representation of a disconnect, not the fact that he wanted to be permanently disconnected.
No, but it's just like there's only been a few artists where they've said in their songs or in interviews or whatever that they don't see themselves going past a certain age. I never thought I'd reach 19, so every morning I wake up now is a gift.
Yeah.
That's what I think of.
Yeah.
And that then gives me more power in my head then to say no to the things that I would have said yes 2 years ago.
Well, that's where my appreciation lies. Like, like I said, I got multiple playlists of Little Peep, But yeah, that's all we can do then when it comes to that, is the appreciation. And I'm sure a lot of you yourselves do this as well. Is, you know, music is definitely, like I said, that hope connective between us all that we, you know, have to appreciate.
Music could bring along world peace if everyone sat down and listened to decent tracks.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean, it still lies on the individual in hindsight. Though music is definitely something like it's definitely the greatest filler for humanity. You know, it fills that space. Yeah, we're blessed enough to be able to appreciate the fact that we do have something to soften our ears with.
And it's not like we're just sitting there listening to something and go, oh, that's good to you, but we actually sit down and listen.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, that's the appreciation. Yeah. You appreciate you little people.
We do. We always will. So, obviously, we want this to be a series of us two doing little peep reactions and others.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you've got any suggestions of what tracks that you want us to react to, drop them in, whether you think we've listened to them before or not, because
I think you know, we're looking for the suggestions. Yet, you know, I definitely feel that maybe I could, you know, fill that gap if we haven't had any kind of suggestions.
Oh yeah, like you said, Star Shopping, was it?
Star Shopping's my favourite.
Yeah, and I want to do Wake Me Up and Awful Things and what was that one?
Save that shit.
Yes, the one.
There's a good track.
As soon as it'll start, I'll know all the lyrics off by heart. I guarantee it.
So yeah, you find out though that you've been made and not listened to a song for, you know, over 10, 15 years, you know, from a past, you know, past time. But then you put it on and you know every word. It's crazy.
There's been times where I can't even describe the name of the song, the sound of it, but as soon as you press play, I'm like,
I done that with Popcorn recently. Like, it's not so much got lyrics to it, but it's a sound that was used in, like, I think it was in '72, but it's been reused over the years.
Sampled.
But, yeah, like, you know, a crazy amount of people have used that as well. Yet, you know, you hear it and then it just floods your mind. Your mind's flooded.
Takes you right back.
Yeah, memories. That's probably something we can touch upon in our next video. The feeling of what music reminisces to the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely, it is. Music's comforting.
And as we all know, the rule of the channel is if you get free reactions on the channel, you get a playlist. So.
Okay. So I might get myself a playlist, is that what you're trying to say?
No, little people mean.
What about me?
You're going to be on a playlist, ETV reaction with guests.
Okay. I'll just have to sit there, you know, without my own named playlist. Okay.
Oh, fine. I'd have to get you off your Xbox first.
Well, you know, grounded to Obsidian. I'm a gamer, you know, so.
And I've been trying to talk him into doing streaming or videos, like game walkthroughs and stuff.
Yeah,
because
it's something we could probably touch upon as things progress. At the moment, it was just finding, you know, a nice comforted time to look towards doing certain things. And if there's, you know, don't forget, if anyone has any suggestions for the channel, you know, open ears for any kind of, you know, productivity and growth.
How about yours now?
What about yourself as well? Yeah. You know, because I'm all for one for making sure that, you know, my boys are, you know, on top of shit.
Yeah, but regarding your channel, I want you to start doing gaming stuff as well, because
I probably,
you're so good at it.
Switch. I know you know, it has a lot of music on my channel. It'd be like a bit of a switch up for the people that
we'll make a separate channel, so you've got two channels running, one for music, one for gaming.
Which I think would be a nice thing, because I wouldn't want to switch up on the subscribers to the music that I've already have on the channel. Yeah, so, but at the same time, it's my own channel as well, if that makes sense. So, in the hindsight, I probably would look towards making a transgression to that, because, yeah, you know, entrapment was, you know, a big part of me. It is, yeah. I wouldn't say it still isn't. It's just more so the case that, you know, stuff was removed from me within that. My passion, it didn't change my passion. It's just that it was. It was shifted, so to speak. So yeah, I probably would look to do some gaming.
Go check his channel out. Listen to the music on there. Give him suggestions of what you might want him to put on his channel. And if you want him to do some gaming stuff like walkthroughs and What is it that you
Well,
always
no,
do?
a lot of people, like, outside of streaming on YouTube, you got what's it called?
Discord and all.
No, not Discord.
Twitch.
Twitch, yeah, Twitch platform. But yeah, I mean, doing on the both. But yeah, I mean, outside of anything else, I mean, you're a gamer yourself, so I mean, it's something we could, you know, branch together with. But we're here to talk about Little Peep and the Brightside, so let's close that up now and not go on too much about ourselves.
We haven't.
I know we haven't gone on too much about ourselves, but yeah, any suggestions in regards to any kind of growth is what I was trying to refer to. It's definitely something. It'd be nice to hear from you guys, because definitely, you know, the growth and your involvement is the massive part of yourself. So,
As I say, this channel feeds on your suggestions.
noms.
So yeah, if you're new to the channel, you want to join the Eternals family, hit subscribe, notification bell, like, comment down below what you want me to react to next. As I say, it doesn't have to be just music, it could be anything. If it is music, it could be any type of music, any artist, anything you want, throw it at me. I won't say no. This channel feeds on your suggestions. Try saying that 5 times. Eminem. I'm joking.
That was light words. That was like finger kills.
Remember, there's a video of me doing Rap God, the fast part, and I'm slightly quicker.
You did nail it.
I'm slightly quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Marshall.
He's going for that world record. Alright, thanks guys, thanks for having me. Appreciate the time, and I appreciate yours as well.
Thank you for finally fucking donning us with your presence.
Of course. You know, I have to try and make more of an effort to actually fill the seat again.
Yes, because if we have suggestions pouring in, and
then we won't have to do it, yes. Yeah. I'm definitely going to make time for little people and yourself as well.
And obviously you guys know what to do. Is there anything else I need to say?
Are you asking them or you?
Both.
I think he's nailed it. He definitely nailed it. Holy shit, Bubbles.
Oh, coming up soon, fucking Ren forgot to do his one.
What, has he dropped something new? Maybe?
Yeah, Vincent's Tale.
I can listen to it, he can't.
Fuck you. Also, Fallen Reverse has dropped a track. Where did that come from? Tom might be dropping a track on Friday. Fuck.
Got a lot to do. You have to get to it, boy.
Yo.
Mm-hmm. Busy boy. I'm jumping back on the Xbox.
Huh?
I'm going back on the Xbox. And that's where I'm going to be in the space of time.
Tell him no. Say no.
Gaming. Love it.
Say no. Say that.
Right. There's the cat.
Do you want to introduce the cat?
Introduce the cat. I mean, we could. We could say hello to Joe. This is the other resident of the premise.
The only cat that I'll trust.
I
don't really trust her either.
Right, I'm going to say love, guys. Peace out.
Fuck, what do I usually say at the end?
The stuff that he says at the end of the video, usually.
I've done, if you want to subscribe and all that.
Short interlude whilst he figures out what he does at the end of this video.
Fuck. Until the next one, guys.
Like, peace, subscribe.
What?
Like, peace, subscribe. I would say comment, yeah, but like obviously just drop the piece. He's in pieces now. He's trying to figure out his little ritual at the end of the video.
And I'm also doing
Maybe we should have a script for this shit. Do you think we should start writing this shit?
No, this is unscripted. This is the whole base of the channel.
Okay, let's leave it unscripted then. Maybe certain bits. Just these bits.
I'm going to memorize. It's just you're throwing me off.
Okay.
Until the next one, guys. Peace out.